my friend, worked with Cudi at Abercrombie and Fitch. And he was like, yo, there's this kid at my job. He's really dope. You should work with him. He would make songs and then put it up on Cudi's music page. When Day and Night was made, I'm like, this doesn't sound like anything. It might not work. But when we put up Day and Night, like, it was different. I didn't realize how mega it was. But Cudi knew. Cudi was like, this song is gonna be a #1 song somewhere.
Day and night, the lonely stoner seems to free his mind at night, at night.
I remember Cudi was working one late night shift. He hit me like, yo, I got an idea for a song. We got to work on it when I get off the shift. I'm like, all right, bet, I'm here. I'm at the studio. He sang the hook idea for me.
Day and night.
I was like, that's dope. Like, let's do it. And at that point, it was really just all about sound selection. So I'm scrolling through the Triton, looking for the best sounds that I can get. And I fall on this sound. What it provided was melody and rhythm, like right off the jump. Threw a delay on it to get the panning effect on the main synth. Especially when people put their headphones on, you want them to feel like they're immersed in it. I went ahead and started programming the drums. At this point, I'm using the MV8000. I was reaching a point that I felt like all my drums were stale. I go to Craigslist, and then I come across this posting, and it was like, this dude like drum sounds, embed Ndeye. So I was just like, man, fuck it, I'm about to go there. I need these sounds. And this time it's like, there's no USB sticks or none of that. We burning shit to CD. And on that CD, I found what would be the kick and the clap for this song. Strong clap, like a slap. Being that this is still very early in my production career, I'm not pulling out like the crazy tricks. I'm just using everything that I had learned up until this point. We get to the hi-hat, very simple. Again, it goes with the synth. 8th note hi-hats. The next sound I put down is the counter melody to the main synth. Together. And then from that point, we needed something else melodically for the hook to make the hook bigger. A lot of what helped it be futuristic, in my opinion, besides sound selection, was reverb and delay. Delay, if used correctly, just creates a space, like you feel the space, because you feel the delay slowly start to die. Synth 2, this was, I believe, a sound I got out of the motif. And this is support for Synth 3. So that supports this. They all have to kind of support each other. So that's the first chorus. So that's all the sounds that you hear up until the first chorus. And so for the meat of the track, that is essentially what made up Day and Night. The ending part was an accident. I had to play these chords out. So I was getting ready to press record. I pressed shift spacebar instead. And then it started playing at half speed, and we both look at each other and we're like, this is crazy. Like, we gotta find some way to put this into the song. I put a little stutter to signify that it's changing. That's the wind effect that I threw in there. I thought it was so dope. Back then, back in those days, Pro Tools, I had the M-Box, and you can only have 24 tracks, like, per session, and your Pro Tools will just start messing up. So I started making beats, bouncing them down, and bringing them into a new session to record vocals. The what's now, and I have to let you guys notice, the effect that I put on them is an old effect. So if you look here, it was called the Antares Tube Tech or something like that, I want to say. That's what gave it that a sound. You know what I mean? So you're hearing his vocals really dry right now.
Day and night, I toss and turn, I keep stressing my mind. I look for peace, but
you hear Day and Night, and he takes a pause. So after I had that, I'm like, this need to keep going. So I just threw a quarter note delay on it. These are the throws on the Day and Night phrase. I literally just had a send with a delay on it. I just sent it and just automated on those.
Cause day and night, the lonely stoner seems to free his mind at night. He's all alone.
Just saying the hook and me panning them out, like, you know, making them sound like they're here, you know. With all the other sounds in the beat, then you get this with the hook.
Cause day and night, the lonely stoner seems to free his mind at night. He's all alone, some things will never change. The lonely loner seems to free his mind at night, at night.
I almost regret, I feel like I didn't soak the moment in when it was happening. We're on year 2 touring and I'm talking to people and they're like, yo, Day and Night, that changed my life, that saved my life. And I'm like, for real? Like, no, that song saved my life. And I just remember like, man, music is like powerful. Like it's definitely, if it's done correctly, it can be a healing type of thing. And that's Cudi's mission. That's always been Cudi's mission. It's like, yo, I want to talk to these kids. I want to make sure, let them know that they're not alone.
The lonely loner seems to free his mind at night, at night.
When I met Cudi, he was not smoking weed. I had never smoked weed. I had never did any drugs up until that point. I'm just gonna tell y'all this story. My parents probably gonna be mad as shit. And mind you, I'm in engineering school, and like one of the smartest kids in the class, I caught him smoking weed. And I remember walking in the room and be like, "You smoke weed?" Nah, pass that. Pass that. Cudi gave me the speech like, "Yo, bro, what are you doing?" Like, "Nah, man, don't fuck with that shit. That's just for the birds." I'm like,